Charitable giving is at an all-time high. That's some good news. Americans gave $373 billion to charities last year. And if you think your donation is too small to make a difference, think again. Now, local financial professional Mindy McIntosh from McIntosh & Associates joins us today to talk about charities and giving to charities. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So, okay, that's the first thing we want to talk about. There's no donation too small.
There's not. It's so important for everybody to donate at any type of number. And what's really great is that of that $373 billion, nearly 2/3 of that was from individuals, not the big corporations donating.
Yeah, and that's something that you have to keep in mind. Those little donations really add up to something huge.
They sure do.
And another thing we talk about too is it doesn't have to be money donations. I mean, you can donate, you can clean out your closet, donate to Salvation Army or to, you know, other places that take your used items, and that's helping as well.
It's all helping. So I usually try to give like 5 tips when we come with different ideas. And what we tell our clients to do is, this is a wonderful time. I know it's the holiday season, so people are really thinking about having a bigger heart or a more giving heart this time of year. But I really encourage my clients that throughout the year, we set whatever budget they're giving to charitable donations, and we put that away. That way they're not so apt to, okay, it comes to holiday shopping time for gifts, and they forget and they want to spend that money towards shopping.
Okay, so that's a good tip. And so that's crunch the numbers. Okay, second tip that you have, start small. Talk about that.
Start small just means $15 can go a long way. So we kind of start by coaching on, if you do $15, find a charity that, you know, maybe that pulls at your own heartstrings, or use as you go into the grocery stores right now, they have the Salvation Army boxes. Drop the change in there, have your children even help you with that. Buy canned goods for charities as well, and there's so many options. If you go to my website at wealthmichigan.com, there's a link to different charities that people can actually choose, and starting small goes a long way.
And those ideas that you mentioned are also, they happen to be local also, so they'll go, not only are you helping out in a small way, but they're going to your community, people in your community.
Right.
Okay, so 3, do some winter cleaning. I suspect that's what I mentioned before.
Yeah, winter cleaning is great. The whole family can get involved in that. You can clean out toys, clothing, maybe electronics, goods that maybe you no longer are needing or maybe outgrowing. You can donate those to a local Salvation Army, a Goodwill, and it's a way to give back to, not even by particularly using a monetary type of cause.
Right, and you're still helping out. And then 4, volunteer.
Volunteering, also, if you get the family together, it shows a way that you can, you know, nothing better to me than actually giving of yourself, of your time, selflessness, you know, generosity. So maybe you can help elders in a community, maybe you can help do a cleanup or help at some benefits. We've seen that really happen a lot in the community, and it's just a way to give back and to help serve.
And what a great example for your kids too, to be able to show them from a young age how important it is to help others.
Right.
In action too.
Absolutely.
And then 5, this it's not just for other people, this is good for you too, right?
Right, yes. So as far as donating and having the tax deduction, I will admit that it's a huge motivator to a lot of my clients to do so that way. That way they're getting that tax deduction and write-off. We just always make sure that wherever they are donating to, depending on the item size, they're going to for sure want the organization they donated to, the amount, and the date. They'll need to document that and hold on to it for tax time. They're also going to want to make sure that any of those contributions are made now and those donations are done by December 31st to have a 2016 tax deduction. And on any big ticket items, we always have them, you know, coach along with their tax accountant for additional items they might need for that write-off. But it helps everyone that way.
And then lastly, do you have any tips on choosing a good charity or group to give back to?
I think it's very personal that you need to find out, each family or each individual person might have something different that they feel is a very important cause. Personally, our family does about 4 or 5 different causes to kind of spread it out a little bit. I really think that whatever pulls on your heartstrings, and especially if you want to keep it local, there's so many options that you can look at right on my website.
Yeah, and it's kind of fun too to go towards something that you're interested in or that you have a passion for. And I would mention too that there are some websites where you can check, I think Charity Watch is one of them, and see how, you know, what percentage of donations go to people versus the CEOs or not the CEOs, but the heads of the nonprofits and stuff. And
it's important with that, with the nonprofits, just so that you know how much of your dollars are actually going towards your giving cause. You know, we always look up that every year. Personally, I want as much of my dollar to go toward the
cause. Right. All right, Mindy, always so helpful when you come in. Thank you for all this information.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, thank you so much for waking up with us. Are you ready for your Thanksgiving dinner? Well, we have some recipes to make it a little less stressful for you this year, next.